actually. Hold on.
I'm like baby birding over here.
Okay. Solar flare is coming and it's going to wipe out the whole grid.
Mm-hmm.
That or something of that global level of like natural disaster.
Mm-hmm.
I would spend all of my Bitcoin like buying property and
Mhm.
like doomsday prepping.
Yep. I think that the quantum computing industry is like completely bankrupt, borderline fraudulent. Would you say you're in the UFO community yet?
Not
or
yet, but I'm trying.
You're on the periphery.
I'm trying to get in
you
there.
know? Yeah, you're
It's like
circling
how I
the
was
drain.
like when I was into Bitcoin for like a year with no Bitcoin friends,
Mhm.
you know, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to a Bitcoin meetup. I feel like I'm at that point with UFOs
Right.
where it's like I'm
Yeah.
educating myself. I don't want to
God,
go.
I hope you don't find the Casey of UFOs, and then you don't like.
then I
don't,
start a podcast.
Yeah,
with
and
him.
then you like don't need me anymore. This time it's gonna work. Okay, this time it's gonna work.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Wait, I need the mic actually. Hold on.
I'm like baby birding over here.
Okay. Wait, let me try again.
Wow, it's never been more. You've never been more inaccurate.
Yeah. Zen, can you hold your mic up to this? And then cheers.
Cheers.
It's never been more over.
It's never been more over. Welcome back to the How Many Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he's, hims, they, thems, and everybody from the non-binary spectrum. You're all welcome here.
It's true.
We're sitting in a car, all right, in an undisclosed forested location, and we don't have any idea what to do this episode about. And so you know what that means. It's fucking grab bag time,
Yep, it's grab bag
right?
time.
It's grab bag time.
We're in the car.
We got our notes. We're in the car. We got our notes, and we're we're going.
We are going.
So, like, Aaron, why don't you, kick us off here?
Well, so it's currently, is it November 21st today?
Who knows? man?
20th, 21st. I think it's the 21st. Friday, the 21st, I believe. The Friday before Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
This episode should go out right before Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving.
Yep,
So you
give
can
your loved
leave
ones
your
a little
family,
peck on the cheek. You
Yep.
know, don't give them the check and leave your family.
walk up the stairs from your mother's basement.
Mhm.
Take all of the Thanksgiving portion that you want on your plate.
That's
go
right.
back into the basement.
Yep.
Turn on Hell Money Podcast.
On your VR headset
It's a-
and just leave all
Eat
your
your
troubles
slop.
behind. That's right. Yeah, slop it up.
Bitcoin price is currently at like 84K.
Yeah, it's not
we
good.
haven't checked in the last hour.
It's
but
not good. It's not good. I think it's actually like 83,
Yeah,
500 or something.
it's pretty bad out there. So we're in the car. The last time we were in the car was 3 years ago.
Okay.
And that was sort of a random riffing episode too.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
We were
go-
more on our game then, to be fair.
Yeah, we were. That was like we were still doing one episode a week,
Mhm.
before we were like, all right, every other week we're going to do a subscriber space.
Yeah.
Just like minimum effort.
Yeah.
Which
Which, by the way, you should subscribe to. Get access to.
subscribe,
They're
like
really
and
good.
subscribe to
They're
the
really
How Many
good.
Podcast. They're incredible, on Twitter, on X, Twitter.
See, but the problem with the subscribers thing is that because we have all these secret Maxi listeners, it would show up on their profile. So they have to subscribe on an alt.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's
Well,
a pro tip. Just subscribe on your alt.
we have to address this.
We do
is
have to
that
address
we've
this.
heard various little birdies have told us that there are some secret Bitcoin Maxis, some secret toxic laser eye Maxis,
Mhm.
cyber hornets who listen to the How Many Podcast. And we just want to say we are grateful.
We love you.
We love you. You know what I mean?
You're on the they them binary spectrum.
we're
to me.
yeah,
And I
you're-
respect your pronouns.
You're on a spectrum. It's not the gender spectrum. It's a different spectrum.
Mhm.
But we love everybody from all spectrums. So we're happy to have you. And we don't care if you're out. You don't need to come out.
No,
You could just chill and
can be
enjoy.
closeted. It's
Yeah,
okay.
you can be closeted.
but you should subscribe on an alt
Yeah, that's
so that
right.
you can join the Twitter spaces and support us. Or you could send a Bitcoin donation. That's another option.
That is
That's
another
also
option.
pseudonymous.
Yep.
Um,
We finally cleaned out the How Many Podcast Bitcoin
address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got all these fucking donations, very small donations, tons of like runes and inscriptions and like all this shit. And for a while, it was fees were high like a while ago, and it was literally uneconomical to spend. It was like we would have paid thousands of dollars in fees.
And who set up that system?
Which system?
You.
What do you mean?
The small payments.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, but we we got everything. The fees are low, and so we're able to
What did we do? Did we do 0.4 sats per VByte on those transactions?
No, like 0.2.
We did
or
0.2
something.
sats per VByte on those consolidation transactions.
So we got everything squared away.
Yep.
So thank you all to our donators.
And you can still donate to support this podcast during these trying times.
Yep.
Yeah, Bitcoin is very low. No one seems to really have an answer except that the AI bubble's like starting to pop, right?
I heard that maybe it had to do with their like printing less money.
Oh, the
like,
Fed is like,
slowly.
well, it's like the Fed is maybe going to not raise interest rates.
Right.
And that's really what all this is about.
Yeah.
There's no productive anything being produced.
No.
We sit there and we speculate on whether the Fed is going to say more money or the same money or less money.
It's really like the groundhog. Like, does he wake up and see his own shadow or whatever groundhogs do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Right.
Yeah.
So people think the Fed is going to keep
Jerome
the rates.
or whatever.
Punxsutawney Jerome.
Yeah.
Isn't he gone? Is he gone?
I have no idea.
Jerome Powell?
Who's there? Are we back to old Yeller?
No. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Let us know.
Let us know. Let us know who the current chair of the Federal Reserve is.
Is it Jerome Powell? I thought Trump said was like, I'm going to get rid of Jerome Powell, and then everyone applauded.
I think he's still hanging on. He's still
okay.
kicking.
So Jerome Powell, I mean, it really is. The market is just like, it feels to me like it's a bunch of traders freaking out when they feel like the Fed's not going to lower the interest rates.
Yep.
And then they bully the Fed and they're like, guys, the whole American economy is going to crash if you don't lower the interest rates. Come on, do it. Please do it. And then it's just a matter of how much does the Fed get bullied or how often does the Fed get bullied.
That's right.
So it seems like based on the prediction markets, people mostly think, I think when I looked on Robinhood's prediction market, it was like 63 cents for keeping the interest rates the same. People are not happy about this. But also Sam Altman said that he wanted OpenAI to IPO at $1 trillion.
Okay.
And I think that made people upset. Because I guess they look at something. He said he wants to be like, he's like, this is like a company the size of Apple. It's like, okay, well, Apple sells iPhones and MacBooks. And also you can get like iCloud subscriptions.
Yep.
ChatGPT is $20 a month. Maybe you're up to the $200 a month pro subscription, but we're not talking about a new iPhone every other year.
No.
Right. So it's like, where is that money going to come from? Like, even if every single person on the planet was using ChatGPT and paying $20 a month for ChatGPT, like there's just money that would have to be flowing in that doesn't exist.
Right.
And so that seemed to sort of unsettle people. The market is a bunch of pussies. And so that was enough to, I think, kind of unseat everything.
Yeah.
And then Bitcoin is just volatile. Yeah. And it's essentially a tech stock.
And I think this AI gravy train is not going to keep on rolling forever. Like, I think we're basically going to top out at our current level of AI capabilities. Like around here, there's going to be ChatGPT 6. It's going to be a little bit better, but it's not going to be a big deal as like 3 to 4 was, or 4 to thinking models were. And then it's going to get dark because it's going to be like, damn, okay, this bubble, like, the air's going to come out of the bubble.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. I don't think it's happened yet. I think AI, people are still
You're like,
high.
we still have
People are still riding high on the fumes. But like when it pops, it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad.
I think AI can do a lot of things to reduce the costs that a lot of businesses have. But that's not the same as those companies. Then they don't then proportionally get those gains. Do you know what I mean? Like if Walmart has 100,000 people employed to do jobs that could be done by AI, and let's say they have a pro ChatGPT subscription for $1,000 a month or whatever, like the money that they save doesn't then go to OpenAI. It doesn't go to an AI company.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Because there's fierce competition between AI companies. It's not clear that they can necessarily capture the value that they're creating for their customers.
Yeah, and I think it's like just even if you can save money on AI, it's like, I guess then you buy the stocks of the company that are going to save money using AI.
Yeah, then the economy just kind of booms a little bit.
Right, which is different than buying your AI stocks. Anyway, that's our expert market overview.
That's our expert market overview.
Because we know a lot about stocks.
Yeah, we know the numbers, the markets.
I sold stocks.
Aaron's an option trader now.
Well, I have a gay man who tells me what to buy.
That's basically being an
but
option
I'm
trader.
I'm up only on my gay financial advisor.
That's right.
So I got out of the options game because I said it's too risky right now. I'm not doing this.
You're a little risk averse, right now in the current economic macroeconomic conditions.
It's a little too but also I was just like, it's kind of better to have cash. And I was trying to think like, oh, well, what should I put my money in? It's so hard to not just put it back in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't I do that?
Yeah.
Literally, why would I not do that?
Yeah.
So that actually going through that process actually like reinvigorated my bullishness on Bitcoin, because I do like to every so often like devil's advocate myself and be like, am I in you know, a what is it called? Like when you're around a bunch of people who all
Filter
agree to the
bubble,
same
echo
thing,
chamber.
echo chamber. Yeah, am I in an echo chamber and actually like none of this is happening? And I still am convinced like all roads lead back to Bitcoin.
Yeah, pretty
There's
much.
nowhere else to go.
It's just like slow. You know, it's just going to be slow. You know, but they're going to print money. They got to print money. Governments always fucking print money. It's the number, the value of every fiat currency goes down and to the right. Okay, for all time. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
But even if they stopped printing money, right? Let's say that the government got really
No,
responsible.
if they stopped printing money, we'd be fucked. Literally, like if the US government was like, that's all the dollars they're ever going to be, that would damage the value prop of Bitcoin so hard.
No. I know. I'm saying, let's say let's say the government gets it together and they stop printing money and they say we're going to be fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen. I'm saying if that happened,
yeah,
I would be more willing to participate in the fiat economy.
Oh, sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like at that point, I'm like, okay. Well, this actually leads into one of the questions I was going to ask you, which is, what would it take for you to sell all your Bitcoin? Like, what world would we have to be in where you'd be like, I'm out. I'm done.
It's an interesting question. There's a bunch of possible answers. So one is like, you know, let's say that some crazy blockchain cryptographic breakthrough was made where it's like, okay, well, you can have like infinite transactions per second, and like the size of the chain is like a fixed like 32 byte hash somehow, and you get like infinite transactions per second and like perfect privacy and like some crazy like fixed size blockchain. I don't think something like that is likely. People have been chasing that kind of thing for a long time, but hypothetically, if that happened, like then it might be okay, like time to rotate out of Bitcoin into this, you know, new thing.
Okay, so you're saying a new, better coin.
But it would have to be like crazily better. I mean, like really crazily better.
Yeah.
It would also have to be, it would have to have a paradigm that Bitcoin could not adopt like at all.
Okay, so one option would be rotating into some other crypto.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Another would be like quantum. We're like quantum fucked. Like we have quantum computers, and we don't have sufficient time to deploy a soft fork which protects people's coins to move to a new quantum secure algorithm. That one is an interesting one. I don't know if I'd wind up selling my Bitcoin, because it might be that it would just be like worthless. Like I have a feeling that if there is quantum risks, I would hold for a long time. I would like head in the sand, like no.
You'd be like, no, it's not happening. It's
and
not
then Bitcoin
happening.
would be worthless, and I wouldn't even like be able to sell it. I'd just be like fucked, you know.
You'd ride till the end.
Yeah, I mean maybe, you know, like, but that's another possibility.
Well, that's like in that case, you're just going down.
Yeah.
That's not you selling your Bitcoin. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
Like that is like you went down with the ship. You know, that happens to the best of us sometimes. Sometimes history just is that way. You're on the losing side. You can't really control that. You're just born where you're born.
Yep.
With the, you know, autistic mind that you have, and there was never really any hope for you anyway.
That's right.
But that's different than I'm making a choice to get out of this.
No, I mean, I
you would get into it if there was, for whatever reason, if there was some token that was better.
But I don't. I mean, like I should probably sell some of my Bitcoin. I'm really irresponsibly long over here. But like other than that, like selling all of it, like no, like, you know, let's go. Or maybe if I had like a crazy like startup idea that I was like, oh, this is definitely going to work, but it needs to be funded, and like
I want to fund it myself.
Yeah.
So if there's something in you that you really wanted to bet on and you need it and you couldn't, I mean, in that case, you could like in theory spend the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like it's a little different.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're sort of spending all of your savings rather than like converting to something else. You're not holding your wealth in something else. You're spending all your wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the situation that would have to happen for me to sell all my Bitcoin, and even in this case, I would still keep some, is if I knew with absolute certainty that there was some like, you know, global catastrophe that was coming, like a natural disaster. No, not even gold, honestly. Like if it was like, okay, the, you know, solar flare is coming and it's going to wipe out the whole grid. That or something of that global level of like natural disaster, I would spend all of my Bitcoin like buying property and like doomsday prepping.
Yep.
That would be my, like, if it's really like the digital ecosystem of the whole world is going down for sure. And I
Mhm.
really know that.
Yep.
I'm buying property, I'm getting out. But I'm still gonna keep a little.
Yep.
Because you don't know.
You don't know?
You don't know but that would be my scenario of selling all my Bitcoin. If I really felt like this digital stuff's going away. Just
Yep.
the whole internet. All electronic communication, it's all going away.
Yep.
Then I sell.
So I think this is a good segue into the quantum FUD.
Right.
Like the quantum FUD is back apparently.
The quantum FUD is back.
Yeah, Nick Carter is sort of doing some like research. He's like taking the quantum FUD seriously. He released a great blog post, which is sort of like a deep dive into how elliptic curve cryptography works. For those who aren't familiar, a quantum computer, a normal computer uses bits, and each bit has a value of 1 or 0. A quantum computer uses quantum bits or qubits. And those
cute bit.
Cute bits, that's right. And those bits are sort of in like a superposition of states between 0 and 1, and you can like sample them to get them to like collapse down to an actual bit. And there's an algorithm called Shor's algorithm, which is a algorithm that you can only run on a quantum computer, and it can factor large numbers, it can factor large integers, and it can also factor elliptic curve points, which would allow you to take a public key and factor it into its private key. And obviously this would like completely break Bitcoin. We'd be totally fucked.
Does it break everything?
No, it breaks all cryptography. I mean, it breaks a lot of cryptography that's been used. It's a real,
but like, does it break your bank account?
So that's a complicated question. Most browsers, I think, have started deploying post-quantum cryptography.
Okay.
So the connection to your bank account is possibly at this point secured by a post-quantum algorithm. But yeah, it's a big deal. And also one way that it's a big deal is that if you're recording communications pre the quantum break, you're recording the encrypted communication streams that use insecure, non-quantum secure algorithms. You can later break them. So it's assumed that governments are like hoovering up tons and tons of communication, encrypted communication, and if a quantum computer comes along that's sufficiently large, they will use it to decrypt all of this old communication. So it's kind of like an information like apocalypse. Like it's not good, and it's not just Bitcoin that is like kind of fucked.
Do we get the Epstein files then?
Or didn't we already get the Epstein files?
Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They're editing those.
Yeah. So, but there's been a lot of developments in the world of quantum computers recently. In particular, this guy named, I think his name is Scott Aronson. He wrote a blog post talking about the recent progress in quantum computing, and he's a subject matter expert and also notoriously a quantum skeptic. So people are kind of taking this blog
people
post.
like him because he's not like invested in a bunch of quantum companies that are like promoting the problem that they solve.
That's right. Yep. So lots of people are sort of, updating their view on when quantum computers might become a problem for Bitcoin. I don't believe it at all. I think that the quantum computing industry is like completely bankrupt, borderline fraudulent. They keep doing these things that are like, hey, look at this experiment we did. It like demonstrates how useful our quantum computers are. And then you kind of look and it's like, you didn't actually factor anything. Like they release these results where they say that they factored like huge numbers, but they did like all of this classical pre-computation to factor the number and knew what the factors were. And then like did the smallest amount of work on like their single qubit quantum computer and claimed that they like factored it with quantum number. So this is like clearly fraudulent. And then the more recent results from Google have been like, hey, look, we did this like weird quantum state simulation that would take a long time on a classical computer, but it's just like measuring the state of the quantum computer itself. It's not telling you about any sort of outside system, which again seems like another category of fraudulent results. Like we don't care about quantum computers so we can simulate meaningless quantum states within the state of the quantum computer. We want it to tell us about the world. We want to tell us about factoring public keys, and we want it to tell us about the state of, physical chemical systems outside of the quantum computer. So it's this like, parade, this continual parade of these results, which are like seemingly impressive, but then when you look at them, it's like, you would only do this if you were just had nothing else to publish.
Well, welcome to research, bro.
Yep. And also quantum, because there's like a national security aspect to quantum computers, it's a field that gets massive amounts of government funding. It's like, it's perfect. Governments love putting money into the shit. Academics love getting this money and translating it into these like inscrutable fucking papers. So I think it's just rife with like corruption and bullshit. And I haven't seen a single thing that makes me think that we'll ever have quantum computers, which is exactly why I'll get completely ass
This
fucked.
is your head in the sand.
Yeah, I'll get completely ass fucked when the quantum computers come and they're just taking all my Bitcoin.
Well, you might be dead by then.
I mean, we can only hope.
We can only hope.
Yep. Another big problem with quantum computers and Bitcoin is that if we knew that there was a quantum computer coming, you know, in like a few years, we would have this incredible like traffic jam problem. So we would create a soft fork. We would soft fork Bitcoin to add a new post-quantum signature scheme, but everybody would have to move their coins to the new post-quantum signature scheme. And there are some very clever ways to avoid the need to move. I'll get into that in a second, but that would mean that the other thing is that, okay, so why don't we have post-quantum cryptography on Bitcoin? One reason is that all the post-quantum crypto is very new. And for cryptography, you really want stuff that's old and battle tested.
Right.
Because one of the things is that for cryptography, you don't have to actually have a proof that it's secure.
Mm-hmm.
These kind of proofs are very hard to construct. What you have is a primitive like elliptic curves that nobody has broken despite their like best efforts of trying for a long time.
Sure.
And that's really where our impression of security comes from. So we have post-quantum cryptography, but it's very new. Some of it has even been broken, you know, in the recent past where somebody had a post-quantum scheme and it was like, oh no, it's perfectly broken. That's one reason that we don't just adopt it for Bitcoin. The other reason is that the signatures wind up being very, very large. Like Schnorr signatures that we currently use for like Taproot transactions, they have, I believe, 64 byte signatures. So very compact signatures, very small signatures. Post-quantum signatures can be like dozens of kilobytes. So many, like 1,000 times larger than a single Schnorr signature.
Sounds like spam to me.
Sounds like spam. Yeah, it is spam. So, I mean, I don't know how many transactions you would be able to do in a block, but you would be the throughput of Bitcoin at the current block size using post-quantum cryptography would be way smaller. I think that with the current state of quantum cryptography, we would wind up needing a big block size increase at the same time that we roll out the quantum cryptography.
Sounds like the big blockers can latch onto that. They should start investing in quantum Bitcoin companies.
That's right.
It's like when you get a bill passed in the government and like it's supposed to be one thing, but then you just tack on whatever extra stuff you want or like your lobbyists want.
Yep. What would be really funny about a big block size increase would be that maybe we'd do like a big block size increase. We'd get like, 40 megabyte blocks or something so that we could put all of our post-quantum signatures in the blocks. But then inscriptions could use that shit too. We could get 40 megabyte inscriptions. We could have 40 meggers.
Think about the HD quality of
yeah.
images.
You could put HD movies in your fucking inscriptions. So it'd be good for that. But yeah, the quantum, it's a mess, but I'm choosing to put my head in the sand.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Whatever. Like, call me in 5 years, you know?
Yep.
And then even still, I'm probably going to be...
Don't call me.
Don't call. Okay, so that's the quantum FUD.
That's quantum FUD. It's back. We'll see how long it lasts. I actually think that this next year is when the quantum industry is going to collapse. So for example, like Rigetti Computing, which is a quantum company that has a computer, and I think they're in Berkeley. I visited there. I went and got like lunch there with somebody who works there.
You fused with the quantum computer.
With quantum computer. Yeah, it's very impressive looking. It's all this like sci-fi, like crazy bullshit. They're like at some insane valuation. Like they're at a multiple $billion valuation, even though they don't have any product. It's not useful for anything. My bet is actually this is the year that the shit is gonna like collapse, and we're just never gonna hear from the shit about this shit ever again.
Is there anything else that's been like that? I'm trying to think like what technology was promised and then like just completely never delivered. I mean, in a lot of ways, crypto is like that.
Yeah,
like
crypto's like
non-Bitcoin
that.
crypto. It's like, we're
Absolutely.
going to bank Africa. We're going to do DeFi everywhere.
Yeah,
Your grandma is going to
DeFi,
be trading
NFTs,
tokens.
all the NGD technology.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, like blockchain technology would fall into that
Mhm.
category. I mean, in general, this also works for like AI. It's like we are searching for technology that like significantly advances from where we are,
Mhm.
but it just seems like we're just reflecting ourselves back to ourselves, like with the same level of flaws, you know?
Yeah.
Bitcoin is different,
So true.
I guess, but it's like, there's no magic button to push.
No.
We're not going to fix everything with technology. We
That's
can
right.
fix some small things incrementally.
Yep.
And we can have maybe like slightly better trade-offs than the trade-offs that we have now. But I don't think there's like a silver bullet like that.
Yep.
But good luck to them. And keep getting that government grant money where it's
Get that
good.
government grant money. Yeah, sucking money out of the government. Except when
Yeah.
you suck money out of the government, it's just printed fucking fiat. So it's not like you're making the government weaker. You're just fucking everybody else over.
You got to make your money fudding Bitcoin with your quantum, whatever.
And then
get
buy
the government
Bitcoin.
money and then buy Bitcoin
That's
with your
right.
government money.
Yep.
Speaking of government stuff, I put in disclosure.
What the fuck is disclosure?
There's a documentary that came out today called The Age of Disclosure that's
Okay.
talking about UFOs.
Mhm.
And I didn't watch it yet because it just came out today. But
Okay, good thing that we have a documentary that you didn't watch that you put
I've
on
been
our notes to
I've
talk
been
about.
thinking about UFOs a lot recently.
Okay.
And I think my take on disclosure, a lot of people in the UFO community really care about
The
disclosure.
UFO community. Would you say you're in the UFO community yet?
Not
or
yet, but I'm trying.
You're on the periphery.
I'm trying to get in
you
there.
know? Yeah, you're
It's like
circling
how I
the
was
drain.
like when I was into Bitcoin for like a year with no Bitcoin friends,
Mhm.
and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to a Bitcoin meetup. I feel like I'm at that point with UFOs
Right.
where it's like I'm
Yeah.
educating myself. I don't want to
God,
go.
I hope you don't find the Casey of UFOs, and then you don't like.
Then I
don't,
start a podcast
Yeah,
with
and then
him.
you like don't need me anymore.
Yeah. That could happen.
Yeah, it's true.
That could happen.
I'll have to get really into like UFOs. Just insufferable.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool if you got into UFOs. I don't think it's gonna happen though. But anyway, a lot of people in the UFO community, they really care about disclosure.
Mhm.
The government saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
we have this stuff."
Well, it's actually very fiat. Like they want to be validated by the government. They're looking to the government for validation.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is I think part of the UFO journey, in my opinion,
Mhm.
is a dark night of the soul spiritual journey.
Mhm.
That's kind of the point. I think it's, in my opinion, there are UFOs. We've talked to aliens, like these things
Mhm.
exist, whatever. That's my personal take.
Yep.
I think for a lot of UFO people, they believe that, and they're looking for a moment when there's going to be some authority, whether it's the government or scientists or whatever, that are going to say, you know what, you guys were right. And then they can go to their family over Christmas and they can say, you know what, guys, I was right.
Mhm.
This will never happen. This will never happen. The people that were lying about UFOs, that were lying about COVID, that were lying about all these things, they will never be punished. They will never admit that they were wrong.
No, never.
They will fade into history. And I think that, it's possible that at some point we get Trump or someone else in the government saying, yeah, we have this UFO proof, or we have this footage, or, this technology, whatever. I think by the time that happens, that credibility will be so worn down that it won't even matter that they said it, because people will not believe them.
Mm.
Like people will be like, oh, they're saying that there's UFOs because they're trying to distract us. They're trying to distract us from the real problems,
Mhm.
And it's probably going to be true that that's what they're going to be doing. And it's going to be impossible to tell if they're lying or telling the truth,
Mhm.
regardless of what you believe. And I think, as I said, like the UFO journey is like a spiritual journey. Like you have to get to the point where the important thing is what you think.
Right.
And
the real UFO is like was inside of us all along.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally. So it's like, I think that if you're looking for disclosure, if you think that there's some number of ex-military, ex-government guys going on documentaries or podcasts saying, yes, this is real. Yes, I saw it. I wasn't on drugs. These guys weren't on drugs, whatever.
Mhm.
If you think there's going to be some moment where that wakes everyone up, it's not going to happen. People are either going to wake themselves up, or it's like they're going to fade into history too.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm not super concerned about disclosure. I do think, regardless, even if you don't believe there's UFOs, even if you don't believe the government has this secret information, I do think at some point they will fake it regardless. Like they will come out with information at some point regardless, because they want to, like, it's like the last like shared reality narrative, if that makes sense. You're picking up what I'm putting down. I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
really
Oh,
picking it
yeah.
up.
Yeah, I'm focused.
But it's like, when you have a population that's angry about the fact that they don't have any jobs, they can't buy a house, like all these sort of things that like actually matter to their day-to-day life,
Mhm.
what do? You like drum up whatever thing is going to get them riled up.
Mhm.
And I think that we're running out of those narratives over time, and aliens is sort of like the last thing
Mhm.
that you can get people to get drummed up about.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I just think that by the time that the government does that, and they will do that regardless of if it's true or false, they will do that in my opinion. Um, you should be so far beyond those narratives that those narratives should affect your life as little as possible, you know? And like, that's not going to be the case for a lot of smart people. Like, there's going to be a lot of smart people that are going to stay wrapped up in like, well, if there's not a scientist at NASA that's saying that they've seen it and they're proving with the evidence, then I'm not going to believe this. People like you
Like
know?
me. Yeah.
Like, there's some people who will never get there, and that's fine. And I don't know, we just sort of have to leave those people where they are.
Mhm.
Not everyone's going to make it.
Not everyone's going to
Not
make it.
everyone's going to make it.
That's
So,
right.
disclosure is the end of shared reality, in my opinion. I think
Isn't disclosure the beginning of shared reality?
it's that's kind of what my point is with the UFO hopefuls.
Mm.
They're hoping that there's a moment where it's all disclosed, where the Epstein files all come out and you have the list and you know that the list is real and you know that Trump was on it and Bill Clinton was on it and Trump, did whatever to Bill Clinton, and like you're going to see it and you're going to be able to tell everyone around you. Exactly. You should, you're just miming. You're not really. If you're looking for that moment, which I suspect that's what most people who want disclosure and they want that information, like that's what they want. As I said, by the time it comes, it will not matter.
Mm-hmm.
It will not matter. Shared reality's over. There's no authorities that are going to be able to definitively tell something to everyone and everyone's going to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're just in an era where everyone is making up their own reality. Everyone's making up their own facts and they can manipulate the facts to be whatever they want them to be. So I think you just need to accept that if you're on this path, if you're on this whatever path, if it's astrology or UFOs or whatever shit you guys are on, I know you're on, just accept that it's like it's a solo path. And when you find friends along it, that's a blessing, So this will become a UFO podcast by the end of 2026. If I need to leave Casey,
I'm gonna have to kill myself.
I'm gonna have to take Casey out and replace him with a UFO truther. So anyway, that's my opinion on disclosure. That's also been a hot topic recently.
Yep. Square merchants, we kind of skipped that.
Oh yeah.
So Square,
awesome.
If you're a Square merchant, you can configure your point of sale system to accept Bitcoin payments via Lightning, which is very cool. As far as I've seen, it's pretty seamless. Customer says they want to pay in Bitcoin, you press the Bitcoin button, you show them the thing. It shows a QR code. They can pay with whatever Lightning wallet they want. And it's dope. I haven't used it in person.
I haven't used it yet.
So East Bay small business owners, if you sell food and you turn on pay with Bitcoin, we will go to your business and we will buy something from your business.
We'll podcast from your business.
We'll podcast from your business.
You probably don't like us though. You watch us in secret.
But yeah, it's pretty dope. I actually think that this could kind of be like a gradually thing, like it's
100%. I mean, I think it's like, this last year and a half, I guess, the 2024 election, I think is kind of when it started. I think this institutional adoption of Bitcoin thing really took over. It's like, okay, well, we didn't manage to convince all these sovereign individuals to get into Bitcoin. So now let's just get the banks and the governments and the whatever to buy our bags. And they'll be chasing our bags so hard that our number will go up. And wasn't that what it was all for, huh?
Yeah.
And we've talked about this on the podcast many times over the last year and a half. That's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if number goes up because the US government is buying Bitcoin or because BlackRock is buying Bitcoin, whatever. I honestly don't give a fuck. I don't think it's a threat to Bitcoin, or I've never really been convinced that it's a threat to Bitcoin. There's a lot of people who seem to think that by them doing that, they're somehow getting control over Bitcoin. I've never really been convinced that they even notice what's happening. They're just like, I love the number go up technology and I would love for the number to go up and for me to have a piece of that. And that's why when Bitcoin falls, which it just did this last week, all of them sell. It's a stock to them.
Yep.
That's fine. I don't care. I think I feel like we've said this before, but like the ideal target to me is like small business owners.
Right.
Because small business owners
hate the government.
They hate the government. They
hate
get hit with the
regulation.
tax bills. If you're a W-2 employee, you
Spit
don't even
roasted
see it
on both sides. By
It's true.
The credit card company on one side and the fucking taxes on the other side. A-frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
that's if you're kissing while you're spit roasting.
What? I don't really know what spit roasting is, if I'm honest.
It's here's the small business government side.
Right.
And then
the credit card.
Here's the credit card companies going from both sides. And when they're kissing up top, that's the A-frame.
Oh, the credit card company and the
that's the A-frame.
Yeah, yeah. That's beautiful.
Yep.
That's how you make a house into a home.
That's right. that's right.
So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, if you're an employee, you don't really think about taxes. But if you're a small business, you think about taxes and you're like, fuck this, man. Like, fuck all the fees I have to pay. I'm just trying to be a productive member of society and to build a business, you know?
I pay my hairdresser with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And she loves that shit. And since I've been doing it for years, she has like $4,000.
She's DCAing.
Yeah, she's DCAing by haircuts into Bitcoin.
Yeah, no, it's smart. She's trading labor for Bitcoin, which is, you know, how it should be. And so I think like that demographic is an obvious one to easily onboard with things like this. I mean, I think Square has been working on this for a long time. And I don't know why.
They have a lot of other features. They have ways that you can automatically convert dollars that people are paying you with into Bitcoin. So yeah.
Yeah. So How Many Podcast homework assignment. Go to your local Square merchant.
Be really annoying. Tell the, hapless, clerk there who doesn't have any control over it. You want to pay with Bitcoin. You want to pay with Bitcoin. Can you pay with Bitcoin? Do that. Bully the business owner.
Go to the farmer's market. Farmer's market is a political war ground.
That's right.
There's the RFK people on one side, and then there's like the libtards on the other side. You don't always know the farmer's market vendor which side they're going to be on.
Yeah, a lot of them are pretty based.
But a lot of them are based. So I think if you tell your farmer, this is what I'm going to try. This is my version. I think they have printouts. Like Square has like very easy instructions you can like print out and give to them. But give them the sheet. Be like, hey, if you do this, I will pay in Bitcoin every time.
I'll buy a cow.
I'll buy a whole cow.
I'll buy a whole cow.
Whole cow's a lot.
I'll buy
split
a
it with
quarter
a
of
friend.
a cow.
Yeah, you split it with a friend. But yeah, like you say, like I will pay in Bitcoin if you enable this feature. It's very easy to do.
Yep.
I think if every secret maxi that listens to the How Many podcast,
thousands of secret maxis who listen to this podcast. That's right.
I don't know. I feel like
we could save Bitcoin.
We do need a resurgence of on the ground sort of grassroots efforts. I think we got complacent because we thought the institutions were going to buy the bags.
We used to do shit like that. Like years and years ago, like so many years ago, I printed out these paper wallets that I would give as tips, like in addition to the actual tip when I would like buy something. And it was like a lot. I think it was like maybe like 0.1 Bitcoin or like 0.01 Bitcoin. I mean, it's like a long time ago. Yeah. I don't know if anybody ever redeemed any of those.
I hope they did.
Yep.
I hope they kicked themselves that they didn't.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, fuck, that weird guy that came in here gave me this. Yeah, I think we should try. I think that's a good challenge for everyone to just try to do it just once.
Yep.
If everyone does it. I don't know. It's just, to me, that seems like an obvious, and people always do this. Well, I don't want to spend my Bitcoin. I don't. Live your life. Live your life. What, you can't live in a Bitcoin. Okay, if I'm trading,
you can't live in a Bitcoin.
You can't live in a Bitcoin. The spit roast A-frame, whatever.
That's right.
If I'm trading Bitcoin for something that I'm using, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? And I think that onboarding experience is also, it's the hairdresser. It's like just onboard someone to Bitcoin.
Yep.
Otherwise, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's never. It's over.
Yep.
So that's a good homework assignment. What else?
Let's do everybody knows about the crash.
Core 30. This is just what I've been.
Did it crash because of Core 30? Did it crash because of quantum? Did it crash because of Zcash?
Zcash.
The answer is we don't know. It's just the Jerome JP. It's the rates or whatever.
Everyone thinks that their bubble is
the most important bubble.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
They're like, you know what? Core released version 30 and then Bitcoin price went down. So maybe there's a lesson in there.
Yep.
And it's like, there's no lesson. There's never a lesson. There's no lesson. Like Quantum FUD did not cause this crash. Zcash did not cause this crash.
Nope.
It's just institutional. They don't even know what Bitcoin is. They're just moving their money around.
Nope.
They're moving their money around. An AI is probably fucking moving their money around. I mean, AI is the answer, I think. If you actually want it, like what causes crash? It's AI.
Yep.
AI moves the money, and AI is in a bubble. The AI doesn't know. So you got to go to your ChatGPT instance, and you got to say, hey, I would like to start paying you in Bitcoin. And the ChatGPT will say, oh, that's so kind of you. Unfortunately, I'm not able to accept that. And then you just have to keep going and try.
If everybody does that.
If everybody does that with their ChatGPT instance.
Then
imagine what we can do. But yeah, nothing that you think matters mattered. You're in bubbles.
You're in bubbles. That's right. What do we want to do next?
Oh, we could do price predictions.
All right, price predictions.
We're gonna okay, let's see how we're gonna fucking do this.
Do you want the big Sharpie or the little Sharpie? Okay. Pretty emasculating.
I let you drive.
That's right. Let me drive. You let me drive my car. This is what I have to put up with, okay?
Okay. I only got one. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, do we do them all on one?
No, that's not very cinematic.
I think this is going to be a terrible segment, but let's go.
No, it's going to be good. Okay, what we're doing,
prediction.
this was a suggestion from Nick Sonato. We asked, please give us ideas for this episode. We have nothing to talk about.
Yep.
Nick Sonato gave an excellent idea, actually, which is for us to make price predictions for 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, and 30 years. And then write them down and show them to each other. And then it's like a time capsule for ourselves.
Right.
For when we do the next car episode.
Yep. The next car, we run out of ideas again and we're back in the car.
The problem is I haven't thought about my answer. So like each one I'm going to need to go through all of my astrological and economic fundamentals mentally.
Okay. Yeah.
So
first one is 3 weeks.
First one is 3 weeks. Okay. All right. You ready?
You ready? Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, we get the same.
Oh yeah, 94K,
94K, 95K.
There we go. We agree. Yeah, I mean, I think this dip is kind of
easy.
Yeah, this is just a temporary dip. We're gonna be back up pretty soon.
But we're in it. We're in 3 weeks. I think we're still in it.
No, well, yeah, right.
Like we were at 94 like 2 days ago.
We'll be back at. We'll be like at like please, daddy, like please, you know.
Do we have enough paper for?
We got a lot of paper.
Okay. Next one is 3 months. Okay, so that puts us. It's November, December, January, February. That puts us. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
When is it?
February 21st.
Okay.
This is hard for me because it's a very astrologically auspicious time in February. Okay. I'm going to qualify this as I reveal it.
All right.
3, 2, 1. 93.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna fucking crab walk. We're just gonna
all the way to February.
Yeah, all the way to February. Just fucking crab walk. Vibes are in February. It's gonna be like it's still like the bleak, weather.
Damn.
And we're just gonna be like this is awful. This is fucking terrible. That's where we're gonna be. But you're optimistic. 110K.
Well, 110K was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but if we're back above 100K, vibes are gonna be high.
You think so?
Yeah, we're gonna be like we're back, baby. Like yeah.
I imagine it a slow crawl.
I see.
That's what I'm imagining is like that right now people are moving their money around. They're feeling like, ooh, I don't know where to go.
Yep.
If the AI bubble is going to pop, where is safe? And they're selling for cash or whatever, and they're trying to just sort of reorg. And I think that some of that reorg will go back to Bitcoin. I don't think it's going to be like everyone's going to start like pounding into Bitcoin, but I kind of feel like it's. But I don't know. I actually, this prediction, this is probably the one I stand by the least because February 17th through 20th is like
very
astrologically charged. So I have to think more on that.
No, but we keep going.
But we keep going.
Now we got 3 years. So this is
2028.
Yeah, 2028.
So end of 2028.
2028. Let's fucking go.
End of 2028. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
300K.
I said 420.
Yeah, we're back. We're riding high at this
Yeah.
point. We're doing good. Okay, Bitcoin is many trillions of dollars at this point. Things are
But not too many trillion.
not too many trillions.
At this point, I mean, the numbers that we just gave would mean it's still below gold's market
Still
cap.
below gold. That's right. It needs to like 10x, I think, to get above gold.
At 100K, it needs 10x.
Yeah, it needs.
Although
to get
gold's
to
up now too, so it's more than that. I don't actually know with the recent crash where gold's at.
Yeah, comment, like, and subscribe about where gold's at and where Bitcoin needs to be. But yeah, 300K. We're looking good in 3 years.
300K is not that crazy.
300K is pretty lit, man.
I almost said 666K.
That's too.
I thought that was
real.
too much.
Yeah.
I thought 420 was a better.
Yeah, these are very precise predictions. I mean, I could get into the fractional digits,
right?
But
yeah.
So yeah, 300K.
This actually is. Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Give your answer.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is Pleb Slop, so I think the secret maxis should be able to answer this and maintain their purity. You know?
That's right. Yeah.
So you can say.
Okay, 30 years. So this is Jesus Christ. I'll be fucking 70. I'll be 72. Yeah, I'll be 72. How old will you be? You're not going to be
59.
59. No spring chicken at that point. Wait, 2055.
2055.
2055.
2055. Okay.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Full fiat collapse. Fucking fiat collapse. Okay, the dollar has gone full on Weimar Republic. You're wiping your ass with billion-dollar bills printed by the US government. Full Bitcoin standard. All right, full success. Aaron, why are you so bearish? Why are you so bearish?
This is kind of bearish.
$3 million? $3 million? That's nothing, okay?
Per Bitcoin.
Yeah.
One Bitcoin.
By the way, this is not a good world.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I almost said
this
10.
This is
10 is like my infinity.
This is like a post-collapse world.
Yeah.
So hopefully we've made the transition to it. It's like 50-50. In the infinity dollars Bitcoin, either we've gone through a rapacious hyperinflation, or we're doing good. We're all eating grass-fed steak.
Right.
Everything works again.
Within the large iron dome that we've constructed with Bitcoin wealth.
That's right. Yeah.
We are eating our grass-fed steaks.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to often say if we have $10 million Bitcoin, you don't want to look outside.
No.
Like, it's not a good situation
good.
out there. But that's where I'm like, okay, in 30 years, do I really think fiat's collapsed? Like, I think it's probably just trudging along in a slow, silent death.
Yeah.
Which, these numbers this is a non-number to me. You know what I mean? Like, this means nothing to me.
Yeah.
So I feel like I chose something that was more than 1 million. I think we hit 1 million within 10 years. If I had to do my 10-year prediction.
Yep.
And then I don't think we get to infinity collapse until probably I'm dead.
Okay, that's
and you're
optimistic.
dead at that point.
Yeah. I could. My family's very long lived. I could make it.
You think you're gonna live longer than me?
Who knows? You could burn out.
I know it's true. Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah. Give us your price predictions.
Okay. So wait, what did I have? I had 94K and then 110K and then 420.
Yeah.
And then 3 mil.
Yeah. And I had 95.
95.
95 and then 94 and then 200 or something. 300.
Yeah.
And then infinity. Yeah.
So you're more bearish than me in the short term, but then bullish
long run,
in the
very
long.
Bullish. Yeah.
But that's a seasoned Bitcoin veteran.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm I'm just a new sprite, Yeah, let us know. I'm actually curious now what other people think. But also, this is literally vibes. Like, it's the February 21st one hurts me to make. Point. That one hurts me to make. But those of you who know my astrology, I don't do price predictions.
No.
That's not my style. I'm just telling you, February is a very crazy month where things will change.
Could be good, could be bad.
It could be good, it could be bad. There's definitely war. Is that good for Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Anti-fragile.
In the long term, right? But this is the whole thing. We keep waiting. When does Bitcoin become an inflation hedge? Right? It's like, when does Bitcoin stop being this thing that is like, oh, there's chaos? That means Bitcoin collapses more than everything. What? Like, shouldn't we see that break at some point? Like, I don't know when that happens. That is sort of the UFO disclosure mindset.
Mhm.
If you're waiting for everyone to realize, they will not realize.
Right.
Only some of you will realize.
Yep.
That's why you need to go to your farmer's market and you need to talk to someone who looks like they might be a little maha,
Indeed.
you know,
Yep.
and try to get them to accept Bitcoin.
Yep.
Okay, well, great game.
Let's see. Some of these are pretty marginal. Love on the Spectrum debrief. Honestly, I think we can skip that.
Yeah, we watched Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's good. I recommend
the
it.
contestants are on different spectrums.
Yeah.
And they get matched up, and you're like, ooh, like autist versus Down syndrome.
Yeah, but some of them they're well matched for that reason.
That's right. Yeah.
So
and
it's
some
kind
of
of
them, some of them are
interesting.
charming. Some of the autists are very charming.
100%.
Yep.
Some of them are not.
Mhm.
Some of them are not.
Yep.
But there's hope for everyone. I think that's actually the main lesson of Love on the Spectrum.
That's right. And really, I think it applies to Bitcoiners.
A lot of you could learn a lot
Yep.
from the lessons that they tell them.
Go on the show.
Go on the show.
Yep.
And then go on the date with the Down syndrome girl and talk about Bitcoin.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Mamdani Trump fascism clip.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think we can really just, Mamdani went and visited Trump.
Mm-hmm.
A reporter was like, Mamdani, like, you've called Trump a fascist. And he was like, well. And then Trump was like, no, it's fine.
He's like, just say
no,
it.
it's fine, honey.
Yeah. He was like, just
it.
say it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they do this thing where they want you to say the words. You know what I mean? They want you to use their words.
Say the line, Bart.
Yep, exactly. They want you to show that you're falling in line by saying the words. And the lesson in Trump saying, I don't, just say yes. Like, he literally, it's like, she asks, like, well, isn't Trump a fascist? Like, yes or no, And Trump just goes, you can say it. It's easier if you just say it. I don't care. And I think that's a very wise lesson in, like, you have to make the words not matter.
That's right.
If you think that those words matter, the labels that they just want to arbitrarily place on you, you will be in a prison of their words.
That's right.
You have to make it so that the words don't matter.
Yeah. So Aaron's coming out as a fascist. That's sort of what's going on here.
Fascist doesn't even, I've never gotten someone to give me
that sounds like something a fascist would say. That sounds like something a fascist would say.
That's exactly right. It's like, there's no definition of these words that applies to all cases. They use them however they want to. And the words have power because you let them have power. The words should not have power. And this is, I am someone who historically has really loved Kanye West. Okay. I definitely think he's not in a good place right now. And I wouldn't say that his behavior currently is very genius, but historically he's channeling, just like Trump channels, But I do think that one of the things that he got right, even though it's still an unsavory presentation, is he went like full, like, I'm going to say all the words and I'm going to be the worst thing. And then what? What happens then? What, if Kanye releases his songs and he says the worst things possible, what then?
What then?
Does the world end?
No.
Are we in hell?
No.
We're already in hell.
That's right.
Okay. So I do think that, if you want to do anything interesting or if you want to change the world in any way, you have to just give up the words.
That's right.
Don't listen to the words. If someone ever tells you, oh, you shouldn't like this because it's X, Y, or Z, disregard that sentence. Doesn't mean you have to disregard that person, but that sentence should mean nothing to you. And you should just move past and you should ask them to explain in more specific words, not just labels.
That's right.
So I think the Mamdani Trump fascism clip is a very beautiful thing. I think it's also nice that he let Mamdani not answer it. He sacrificed himself. He martyred himself.
That's right. He martyred himself. Yeah.
That made me feel like, the socialists are going to win the next season.
Yeah, we'll see. It's dark out there in the political landscape.
I mean, a lot of people are happy about Mamdani.
Yeah, and those people are wrong.
They're people.
Yeah, they're people.
Yeah. So
they say.
So, just don't care about the words.
Yep.
Let them call you whatever.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Yep. Okay. Wicked Part 2. Do we really have to?
Oh, Trump is Alphaba.
Okay. Trump.
That
Trump
was
is
my
Alphaba.
main point of Wicked Part 2. I'm seeing Wicked Part 2 tomorrow. Wicked is a beautiful story about women and what women do and women's friendship. And it's a great musical, and I highly recommend seeing it. And Trump is Alphaba, the main character. So just think about that.
Okay. Yep.
Alphaba's a fascist.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. So new ORD release, ORD 0.24.2.
Mm-hmm.
We must not speak about ORD 0.24.0 or ORD 0.24.1.
Wouldn't dream of it.
But we did ORD 0.24.2. It's a great release, and it contains a bunch of new stuff for adding metadata to gallery items. So you can create a gallery, and those gallery items can have traits and titles. And this is intended to allow people to create galleries that are on-chain that represent off-chain collections, like puppets or like OMB or whatever. You can create a gallery that represents these collections, and hopefully we can get everybody a little bit less dependent on Magic Eden for knowing what's in these important systemic collections. So I encourage, if you're interested in these collections, go make a gallery that represents the collection. Report any difficulties back to me on the ORD issue tracker on GitHub.
LeFo has a tool, right? To
LeFo
make
has a
galleries,
tool. That's
so
right.
Go use LeFo's tool.
You can also, if you can use ORD, command line ORD to do it. So highly recommended to do that. Get these collections on chain. Finally, break the shackles.
Do you think that by the time this episode's posted, you could have ordinals.com/galleries?
No, unlikely. I mean,
really?
I don't want to promise anything. I could, but I don't know.
It doesn't seem that hard.
Who knows?
Well, hopefully that was a realization that we had today, is that Casey needs to make a page where you can, because we don't know if people are making galleries.
No.
So we need to know if people are making galleries.
Yep.
That's important stuff. So hopefully we'll have ordinals.com/galleries where you can see galleries that are perhaps representative of collections and perhaps not. That's social consensus.
That's right. Yep.
But at least you can put it on chain.
Yep.
So yeah, get to using that.
Yep. And let's end with a couple of asks for our listeners.
Okay.
For future content.
Please.
So two things. Okay. One, if you're a secret Maxi.
And we know you are.
Oh yeah, but we don't have the call-in number.
Did you get rid of it?
I don't know what's going on with it.
Well, we'll check the call-in number.
We'll check the call-in number.
We didn't even have, last time we just put it on the screen.
If we have a call-in number, it's going to be right here. It's going to be flashing right here like that. If we don't, it's going to say sorry !
Yep.
But yeah, call in and tell us your secret Maxi secrets and why you listen to the Hell Money Podcast Show, even though we're filthy spammers.
And you can ask questions that you couldn't ask publicly.
That's right. Yeah, you can ask
if there's a question
Maxi
or comment
questions
that you want us to address.
Yep.
But you can't. It's too much work for you to make a Twitter alt and have to deal with us there.
Yep. You're questioning your heterosexuality.
Do we? Yeah, we have gotten some of those.
You couldn't
calls.
Tell the other Maxis.
We have gotten some of those calls, but we can put a voice changer on you. I don't think we can have it so that your voice is anonymous to us. Like, you could in theory call in with a voice changer. That would be fine. But
if we play any secret Maxi clips, we will put a voice changer on.
And we might just do that for any call. Because last time
there was some
stuff was divulged.
Yes,
the last
things
time we
were
did
divulged. Yeah.
So I think next call in episode we will do a voice changer. But it just, if you call in, we'll hear your voice.
That's right.
So just letting you know, but we won't tell anyone.
Yep.
So yeah, you can call in with your questions, comments, confessions. I definitely want to do another Love Line episode for Valentine's Day of next year. So I don't know, maybe don't call in about your love questions, like save them.
Definitely call in about your love questions.
Okay.
We'll get enough, for the next episode.
Yeah, I mean, we have really good advice.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you have not watched How Many Pod Love Line from February of this year, we gave really good advice.
We did.
Really, really good advice.
Yeah.
So if you're not calling in because you don't have a girlfriend, you need to be calling in to get a girlfriend.
That's right.
There's no other way.
That you're going to get a girlfriend.
There's no other way you're getting a girlfriend. So call in. We'll have the number in theory. That I think we can do. I think that we can do. Call it this number. Bing, 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 bing.
Yep.
Okay, that's one request.
Should we leave it at that? Should we leave this?
Yeah, let's just that we can do the other request later.
Yep.
I think that's good. That's good to end it on that.
So yeah, thanks for bearing with us for another car episode. And I guess we'll see you at the subspaces, the Twitter subspaces. Like, subscribe.
That you will
subscribe
need
on
to
Twitter.
Make an alt.
That's right. You'll need to make an alt, but it's okay. It's all going to be worth it. We drop so much alpha.
We really do.
We really do. So much alpha.
Yeah, or you can send a Bitcoin donation, or you can just continue watching in secret. It's whatever.
That's right. We don't care.
We'll keep doing this.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.